Hey, yo, what up? It's Imperative. We are at episode 9 of my beat breakdown series where I'm breaking down every track off of burial plots and pyramid schemes. Today we're talking about track number 8, Stay Humble, with Y.N.X 716.
I chased a dream and they just laughed at me. I turned a blind side of suits and ties and 9 to 5s. And it's like fine dining, the food for thought that I brought was designed for trying times. So take my money, just don't take my mind.
From, you guessed it, Buffalo. Let's get into it. So yeah, Y.N.X and I started talking back in like 2020. I DM'd him and was just like, yo homie, I fuck with your sound. And then from there, we just kind of went back and forth. And then I was working on barrel plots and pyramid schemes, sent him a folder of beats, and this is what he came back with. So really happy with how it turned out. Couldn't have asked for more, and he could have come back with less, but he didn't. He came with that fire, so shout out Y.N.X. Cool story about this track actually happened this summer. I was down at Lalo in Toronto. It's kind of like a hip hop bar there. And I ran into 6'2". I didn't know it was 6'2" at the time, but we exchanged Instagrams, and he's like 6'2", but what came into my mind was like 6'2". But when he typed in his producer Instagram, it was SIXTOO, and then I clued into who he was, and so we connected on Instagram, and he actually, I guess, listened to some of my catalog, and he actually sent me a beat that he made using the same sample that I used for Stay Humble. So cool little story about that. Still not gonna sample snitch, so you're gonna have to find that one yourself. Let's get into it. Stay Humble, Y.N.X 716, Imperative, let's go.
It's imperative. It's imperative.
All right, so this joint here started, I think this was like a Greek sample maybe, Greek rock. I probably made this, I want to say like 2016 to 2018, but the loop, it kind of goes like this. And then it comes to the turnaround here. And then back. So that's how I took a full loop of that and then chopped in a little bit of repeat in there, just give a little bit of variety within the verse. Layered that with some drums. And so with the drums and the sample, you get bass line. Really just accented the bass that was already in there. I think I got that sort of like rhythm roulette with Static Selector, and he talks about layering just like the main root notes with just a 808 or a sine bass. That's what I did there. Then when we add everything together, we get Y.N.X on this. We get Stay Humble, drum roll.
Yo, I steer clear for every op in my way. We're not being slave, cause it's an eye for an eye. So don't renege when it's a spade for a spade. Fill me with rage, I'm not afraid of what the future holds. With every loop is holes, from the shortcuts, like truth be told, don't chase
You know what? Why don't I just try and get Y.N.X on the line here once. Yo, we're just doing the beat breakdown for Stay Humble. But yeah, I guess we got you on the line. Why don't you talk about like your writing process for that track? And like, I kind of just gave you creative reign on that one. So yeah, why don't you chat about that?
So when I heard the beat, that dun, and the keys, the real strong keys, yeah, because like when I'm tapping into a beat, as soon as it speaks to me, I just immediately start writing.
Right.
So, you know what I mean, I usually, like I always tell people, I make the foundation first, like I'm building a wall. So like, if you know anything about building a wall, you got to frame, and then you got to put it up, and then you put the drywall. Like, I use that as layering. So I did like, typically I don't try to overpower my brain. So I'll do a verse, and then I'll chill, and I'll come back to it the next day, and then that's when I came back and did the hook. I did the hook, you know what I'm saying? Next day, then like I said, just building and building. Yeah, bro, like the beat was talking to me the different keys and, you know, the different songs at once. You know what I mean? It just had that bone to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely a dope experience for sure.
But I know my engineer was he was like, yo, this guy sounds like Nas. Like, yo, this guy sounds like The Firm. He really fucked with the sound. So that's JBQ show. He brought that track home. But yeah. And then I don't know when this episode's gonna drop, but we got a new track coming out. So this might drop before or after. But so if you're watching this episode, we got a track, The Darkest Hour Part 2, Y.N.X 716 with Akila Ali, Dusty Souls, right? So
Y.N.X 7-1, yo, pour out some liquor for the fallen. We live in rage, within the plague, watch a coward die, thousand deaths at the tender age.
Crazy, and the beat, you be crazy. Like, your range in beats is just dope, bro. Yeah. Like, and as soon as I heard that one, you know what I mean, immediately, you know what I'm saying? Like, the beat just started talking to me, you know what I'm saying? And it had that feel to it. Because we have a Darkest Hour Part 1 that we did on our joint album.
Right.
And it had that grimy sound. But this one is like a different level. The drum, the kicks is crazy, you know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to that joint. And that joint is crazy as well.
Well, yo, you know we're gonna be tapping now. We fam now, right? We're gonna keep making more tracks.
Let's keep working, bro.
100%, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in, calling back too. All right. Much love, homie. So that is Stay Humble with Y.N.X 716 out of Buffalo. The name says it all. Aeroplots and pyramid schemes. We're getting close to the end of these beat breakdowns. So stay tuned. We got a couple more left. You don't want to miss these ones. I appreciate y'all. Much love.
Cut from a different cloth, and I call this life a lesson. I'm counting money while I'm counting my blessings, like stay humble. And yo, the bigger the eagle, the harder they fall. I let them hate on my stilo, I'm farther than y'all. Cut from a different cloth, and I call this life a lesson. I'm counting money while I'm counting my blessings, like stay humble.